So this will be the intro for what I'm planning to be my bodybuilding prep series. What can I bring that you won't find in other bodybuilding prep series? For one, I'm a natural competitor. Never taken any drugs in my life, never taken any SARMs, nothing. I'm competing in an OCB show in October up in Pittsburgh. So that is the prep that I'm going for. Right now, I'm 18 weeks out. And this is also my first bodybuilding prep. So this will be a learning experience for me. This will be a natural competitor. You can like compare yourself to more if you're natural. And also I live a life that's not focused around bodybuilding. I'm a substitute teacher. So in the summer, lights just came on. In the summer, I do have more free time, which is a good thing. But I am trying to find a summer job because I don't get paid for substitute teaching over the summer. And I coach football. I play on a baseball team. I coach softball, but that season just ended, so this shouldn't be a problem. So I have a life that I have to live too. I can't just focus 100% on bodybuilding. So that's the basic principles of what this will be. I already recorded the workout. You'll see that in a little bit. So this is day one. Technically, this isn't day one of my split. I already have been working. I have a coach I've been working with, and I've been working with him for a while, so he sort of knows how I'm starting and what I'm already doing. My split didn't change. Today is a back and arms day, so I'm going to hit some back. Then I'm going to move into some biceps, and then hit some triceps. And this is a longer day for some reason. It just has more exercises in it. But I've made a few YouTube videos in the past. They haven't all done all that well. They've done okay, but not really by standards of someone who actually does YouTube. I probably don't even have 100, or I have over 100, but I don't think I have over 200 views on my most viewed actual YouTube videos. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to follow along, if you could share the video, so that I can sort of try to build a following here. And I'm 188 this morning. So my max weight in this off season was like 203. And for the last month or so, me and my coach have been doing sort of a pre-prep, because once prep starts, we want to be able to actually be seeing progress. He didn't want to get to prep and then have to figure out what my calories should be. So we've been sort of pre-prepping for prep. And today marks 18 weeks out. He told me June 3rd was when prep officially started, but then when I asked him this week, he said we've basically been in it for a month now. So nothing quite changes with how I'm eating. If you want, I'll give you a full day of eating and I'll update you on that. Nothing changes with my training. I'll do a little bit of posing after this workout, but I need to work on my posing. I need to actually get someone to coach my posing because I need help with it. And then hopefully at the end of this, I can win and it'll be a nice little series. So here's the workout. Stick around to the end, subscribe and share, please. And thanks for watching. So starting the back part of this workout off with this single arm cable pull down. This is meant to mimic one of those high row machines I wish I had. I don't have one here. That's really the only thing that this gym needs. It would be perfect if it didn't have that and the pendulum squat. But we're doing this single arm pull down, leaning back, so it's more of a high to low row. Pretty sure I get 80 pounds here for 10 or 11. Starting with my left arm because that's the lat that is sort of lagging behind the right one. Not by a lot, but just by a little bit. And then I go right to the right arm as soon as I'm done without really any rest. Hitting the lats for the second exercise here with this cable lat row. You can tell I'm hitting the lats here because I keep my elbow really tight to my body. I'm pushing into my leg there, trying to keep it stable as I can instead of having a chest pad. This back portion of this workout is very lat focused. So I'm hitting the lats with 2 exercises here, and then I'm going to go to the third exercise, which is this pull down. This, I mean, you could say this is a lat exercise, of course, because it's a lat pull down machine. But I'm not trying to keep my elbows close to my body here. I'm allowing my elbows to flare. So this is more of a total back exercise in my mind, instead of just a lat focused one. This is just trying to get as much out of my back as I can before I move on to biceps. Here, starting off biceps with this face away cable curl. This is to get my arms behind me, so I like to curl in all shoulder positions. I curl with my shoulder, basically the top of my arm behind me. I curl with my arm in front of me, and then I curl with my arm straight down to my side. So this is the cable face away curl. I do this single arm sometimes too, but I'm doing this with both arms here because it's earlier in the workout, and so I have the energy to do both arms at the same time and save a little bit of time and energy for the rest of the workout. Move on to this machine preacher curl. Now this is my arms in front of me. This is one of my favorite machines. I love this exercise. As you can see, I can push really hard on it. I try to line my elbows up with that pivot point right there. You can see it's got sort of a black dot on it. And that really lets me get the best squeeze in my biceps and go to complete failure. And lastly for biceps, I do a hammer curl. Now you'll see me sitting backwards on the lat pull down machine. The first place I saw this, I'm pretty sure, was at JPG Coaching. But I use the back of the lat pull down machine as a support for my arm so that I'm not like swinging it around in space. And that's just the way it feels best for me. And my coach said, do arm training whatever way feels best, whatever way you can get the best contraction. So this is how it works for me. You might want to give it a try too. Now we move on to triceps, and my triceps are a strong point of my physique. Start off with these single arm push downs. This actually hits the long head more, which is the inside of the tricep, and people will debate me on that. But the long head, if you go overhead, bulges away from the shoulder joint and loses leverage to extend the elbow. So when your arm is down to your side like this, it has more leverage to extend the elbow, which means it'll have more tension, which means you'll hit the inside of your tricep more. I do a rest pause set here, so you can see me. I'm actually I do 15 big breaths in between sets, and I get right back into it. Now the first time I get 12, the second time I get, I believe, 5, and then the third time I get 4. So that's my first tricep exercise, and then from there we'll move on to the next one. Next tricep exercise on my elbows slightly in front of me. This machine is my favorite tricep machine. If you have one of these and you've never tried it, give it a try. It's just a tricep extension machine. It looks like a preacher curl machine. I have 2 plates on the lever there, and this is my overload, get the max out of your biceps. This is my machine. This is my favorite exercise. If I could only pick one exercise for triceps, it would be this one. And then finally, the last exercise for workout, we're doing overhead tricep extensions. I prefer this with a cable over a dumbbell just because of the constant tension and because it's easier to set up. I don't have to pick the dumbbell up off the floor. I can just walk up to the cable, put it at the right height, and start pressing overhead. Keeping my arm, trying to keep my arm in the same place here so it doesn't move forward or backwards or out to the side any. And this is just the end of my tricep training. I got triceps down at my side, slightly out in front of me, and now overhead position. Okay, so the workout's done. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of posing here. Posing is something I actually need to work on. So that's one of the goals of this prep, is to find someone who has competed before and who can help me pose a little better. And I haven't done that yet. But there's a few people here at this gym that have offered. So I will get that done. Eventually I need to start working on it soon so that I can practice it over summer. But here I'll do a few poses for you, mostly focused on my arms and my back because it doesn't have a pump right now. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.